Happy Friday, people. This is my Friday night reviews where I will review all the comics that I picked up the previous Wednesday. Used to do it one bad, three good. Do it all separately, but now I'm just going to review them all. So keep watching. All right, happy Friday, people. I just got a call from my boss saying that I might have to work tonight, so I'm going to do this now and upload it a little bit later, just in case I have to go into work tonight. My reviews for the comics coming out on that came out on what is today? Today's the 24th, so it came out the 22nd. Anyway. Let's get this started. In no particular order. Shazam number 13. We have Billy Batson and his siblings fighting Dr. Shiva, Mr. Mind, and all the people from the different kingdoms. You have Mr. Mind, the little tiny guy, in control of Billy Batson's father, in an attempt to take over the council, take control of magic. And this is written by Jeff Johns, and Eagle Sham is the artist, with Atiyah as the colorist. Atiyah? Sorry if I mispronounced that. This is one of those series that if you like Shazam, it's not super exciting. It's not one of the best, but it's not horrible. Okay, I'm reading because it is kind of fun to see how Jeff Johns is taking this. If it comes down to it and I'm short of money, I will probably pass on the Shazam series. But if I have the cash, I will get it. It's fun, and this concludes this. This arc is kind of interesting. I want to see where it's going, so I'm going to keep getting it. I'm going to give it a 3.0 out of 5. All right. Vlad Dracula by Scout Comics. $6.99. There's two copies of this in the store, Bosco's. I got one. Joey from Joe's Geek Show got one. It's written by Matteo Strukul, Strukul, and Andrea Muti is the artist. Both Joe and I were under the impression that this was a vampire book. It is, after all, about Vlad Dracula. It's more of a kind of a history of him fighting the Turks, what led up to it, and I'm guessing in number 2 it might turn into how he became Dracula. I don't know. The art is fantastic. The story is pretty good, but like I said, I was more under the impression that it was a vampire book. It could still be, but it's more historical fiction. It was entertaining, so I will definitely be picking up number 2, even if it isn't a vampire book, just because it was fun to read and so well drawn. I'm going to give this a 3.25 out of 5. Next, I have The Resistance, number 3 of 6 by AWA Upshot Comics. It is written by J. Michael Straczynski. If you don't know that name, he's done stuff like Babylon 5, Squadron Supreme. He wrote some Spider-Man stuff, which some people really don't like. He's written Superman, a bunch of other stuff. He's a very, very good writer. Now, this series is rather prophetic, I guess, because I guess I'm pretty sure it might have been started to have been written before this whole pandemic came around. It's about a virus that kills off a lot of people, millions and millions and millions of people, more than what the one that's out now has. And the people who survive, some of them are getting abilities. And this issue here deals with some of these people who are getting issues having to, not issues, but powers, having to go to a corporation to market the powers. You know, you're going to be a superpower, you're going to be a good guy, you've got, you know, they can provide you with a name, they can provide you with a costume. They also are in charge of the bad guys, right? Because, you know, why not? So it's kind of an anti-corporation thing, and it's a little reminiscent of The Boys, you know, where it's a corporation controlling, behind the scenes controlling the superpowers, you know, the heroes. But it follows one guy who's coming in and he's learning what's going on, and they're more, the corporation is more interested in the public image of the bad guy, of the good guys and bad guys. They don't actually fight crime. It's more about control and how this one person is rebelling against it. Very interesting book, and I'm going to give this a 4.0 out of 5, just because I love everything that he does. Next, another AWA Upshot book written by John Lees, drawn by Dalibor Talajic, Klajic. Hotel Hell, 3 out of 4. A series that's kind of an anthology about a hotel where bad things happen. They're all connected because it's the hotel and the caretaker, and each one of the previous stories connects into with the other one by just maybe even one panel, you know, showing what's going on in the next room over, and then the next issue references it, or it's from one before. This one has a reporter who is investigating a serial killer whose last known location was this hotel. So she's been looking for this hotel for years. It's on Route 66. Her cover is she's investigating the serial killer, but the real reason she's looking into it is because her younger sister is one of the last known possible victims of the serial killer. One of the last people taken hostage by the serial killer survived, but this woman's sister was with the guy and didn't leave, was never seen again. So that's why she's investigating. And of course, it concludes in this issue. It's, you know, these are all each single shots connected again, like I said, by the hotel room and the caretaker of the hotel. 3.75 out of 5, just because I love horror anthology books. And this one is done well. Next up, Justice League Dark, number 24. Written by V. I don't know if that's just V or 5, because James Tynion the Fourth was the writer of this beforehand, before he took over to Batman. But this is just V. And now Hugh Pan is the artist. This is basically an issue where you're having Wonder Woman contemplating whether she should continue on with this, leading this group, because she's messed up fighting the people from down under, not Australia, but the magic people. Things haven't turned out the way she's wanted it. Things seem to be getting more messed up. You have the intelligent monkey, I can't remember his name right now, trying to talk her into saying, hey, look, you've done better than you thought. We need to continue this. We need to fix the magic. And he's telling Wonder Woman what he's seen from the other people and her conclusion, and she talks to Zatanna, who is still trying to get her father back. Pretty good series. It's not, super, super exciting, but it's interesting enough to follow. I'm going to give this a 3.5 out of 5. Now, Detective Comics number 1024. This concludes the Church of Two series, where Two-Face has started a cult of two. Two-Face that's his thing. He's got Harvey Dent and he's got Two-Face. It's all about two. And Batman's trying to stop him because they're out killing people. And the last issue, they had some members of the disgraced members of the Court of Owls sent after them by the Joker. So it's Batman and Harvey with his group trying to fight the Court of Owls, disgraced members, and the Joker. It is Peter Tomasi, written, Walker as the artist, and Hennessy as the inker. Pretty good series. The art in this one has gone down a little bit. I think they switched artists. And I'm glad this story's over, because I didn't find this one as interesting as some of the other ones, but it's still pretty good. As long as Tomasi is still on this, I'm going to get it. And it is one of the peripheral issues of the Joker War books. I like it. It's pretty fun. 3.75 out of 5. And the next issue starts a new arc, so if you haven't been reading, pick it up. Speaking of the Joker War, Batman number 95. Boom. This is the official beginning of the Joker War. 95 is written by Tynion the Fourth. George Jimenez is the artist, and Morey is the inker. So basically what we have here is the Joker has taken over Wayne Corp, stolen all of Bruce Wayne's money. He has basically accused Batman, or Bruce Wayne, of embezzling money. They're sort of taking a page out of the Snyder book, when he said that Bruce Wayne embezzles money from Wayne Tech to support Batman. So basically that's what their Joker and everyone is accusing Bruce Wayne of doing in the series, is he's embezzling money from Wayne Corp to support Batman. So you have the cops looking for Bruce Wayne. You have public pressure to stop supporting Batman, despite the fact that Bullock is like, yeah, we know who the good guys are, we know who the bad guys are, bite me. And you have Batman still trying to recover from his wound from fighting Deathstroke and all that, to try and fight back against the Joker, who has the upper hand with all his minions, who has control over everything. And the weird thing is the Joker is doing all this weird stuff. He's buying up movie theaters. Like in the beginning, he's in this theater talking to their owner, and it turns out that it is a theater in Crime Alley where Bruce Wayne went to see the Mark of Zorro with his parents on the night that they were killed. So he's looking for something, and he pulls up the movie on this thing. Boom, here it is. And he's showing it to all the people in the audience who are people of Gotham, and they all have the Joker gas and smiling. So he's got some sort of weird plan that we're following along on, and Batman is trying to stop it. 4.25 out of 5. I'm enjoying this series. Last book that I have here, Harley, or Joker Harley, Criminal Files, or Criminal Sanity, Secret Files. This is weird because I sort of understood that it was a one-shot. It's not numbered, but it is, I guess, part of the series that's going on. But basically what this one is, it's not really part of the story. It's files and communications dealing with the investigation of the Joker. You have reports filed by Dr. Harley Quinzel on Zaz, on what she thinks the serial killer Joker's motivations are, her theories on, the killing, on the victims and everything. You've got some communications between Gordon and Chief Loeb on hiring her to begin with. Loeb is like, what the hell, what is up with this woman? Gordon's like, yeah, look, I've heard from people, she's good. She's really good. Loeb doesn't think so. And he's like, okay, she's your responsibility. She screws up, it's your ass. And there's only one page where it might be the Joker looking, the guy who is the Joker reading stuff like papers and saying, all right, it's on. So I think this is just not really a filler issue, but a supplemental issue. And I don't know why they really put it out, because it's just all like paperwork, sort of an issue of paperwork. It was interesting, but not really what I wanted to see. So I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5. I will get the rest of the series just because it is a good series and I want to see how it concludes. But, alright. Well, that's it so far this week. What did you get? Did you get any of the stuff that I got? Did you agree with what I've reviewed? Agree, disagree? Let me know in the comments below, and like and subscribe. Enjoy your comics.